Melly back in court today. His attorney saying the state has not given enough evidence to this point to keep him in jail, but prosecutors say they have proven plenty that shows he needs to remain behind bars.
Oh, please don't you cry, I'm sorry, I just thought sometime I'll be home soon.
The newest update shared in YNW Melly's latest court hearing may have sealed the deal on his life, as YNW Melly's bond request was denied due to new evidence being brought into the upcoming retrial. This evidence provides a motive for YNW Melly targeting YNW sack chaser and juvie. This was very hard for the prosecutors to prove during the original YNW Melly trial, but now it seems like they have it, as YNW Melly was very close friends with King Von, leading to his arrest. Recently, a rogue O-Block member would share a secret that YNW Melly told King Von, as Melly would ask King Von for advice on how to handle a situation with his two best friends, YNW sack chaser and YNW juvie.
Did Von really tell you that Melly told him that he was two friends?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, you know, if you know, when people could say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Von was mad at me. Bro, why you put that, bro? What the bam? I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his two friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around them?
Involving sack chaser and juvie going after Melly for financial gain. Now, if you know anything about King Von's past and how he would handle situations, you can likely guess how Von would have told YNW Melly to handle it, which is what J Hood is hinting at. Now, this was the missing piece of evidence the prosecutors were missing during the original Melly trial, which was an overall motive to commit the crime. Now, it's important to know that the Florida Police Department originally arrested Melly in Portland on February 13th, 2019. Now, Melly was granted a mistrial in his case on July 22nd, 2023. However, he's remained in jail since 2019. Meanwhile, YNW Portland was released on a bond for multiple years. The police, ever since day one of the crime, only wanted YNW Melly. This even dates back to the week of the crime in 2019, where YNW Portland was interrogated by police, where he would literally hint towards him being the innocent one throughout the interview.
And I'm driving, ducking for my life, trying to make sure I don't get hit. And you telling me, you telling me about, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit. I'm driving. I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit. You know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna be worried about? You know what I'm saying?
I know it's not for you to worry about.
Shit crazy, bro.
But if you tell me it happened there, there's gotta be some evidence there. There's gonna be broken glass, just like there's broken glass over here from when you guys opened the doors and stuff like that. Okay, there's gonna be broken glass over there when the windows got shut out. There's gonna be casings from the people at your car. Okay, there's gonna be stuff, evidence over there. Okay, right now, there's nothing. I kind of think I know what happened because I got information.
As it was this interrogation on the week of the crime where YNW Melly has been the main suspect, police believes that he is the only guilty one here doing the crime towards sack chaser and juvie. As with YNW Melly sitting in a jail cell for the last 5 years, Jamie King, his mother, would go on to reveal how he has lost his life due to this case and how his life even is behind bars. As Jamie King would reveal that she feels absolutely heartbroken for her son, as she feels helpless. He's not even being treated like a human inside a jail.
When you saw Melly's statement, just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life, as a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. Helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
As she would begin ranting over the fact that YNW Melly was granted a mistrial in the first trial, essentially beating the case. However, the police are still not allowing him to leave his jail cell. He's also not even allowed to use a phone or even look at his own mail.
My son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to just to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
As even according to YNW Melly's own mom, Melly has practically lost his life every single moment that he has to sit in a jail cell. So she knew that she had to make a move to save her son. She would go on to start a petition to just have law officials look into Melly's situation. She would get over 50,000 signatures, to which it would be announced YNW Melly has been transferred from Broward County Jail to Paul Rain Detention Facility in Florida as he awaits his retrial to resume. While it seems like it's good news, it's a lot deeper than this, and allow me to explain. A viral comment would share, "I do believe the Paul Rain Detention Facility is to house people struggling with mental illness. I really hope that Melly is mentally okay," making many believe that YNW Melly is struggling a lot more than what we know, as we would even catch a glimpse of how scared YNW Melly's mother is for him, as during the original Melly trial, when Melly was granted his mistrial, his lawyers requested Melly to receive a bond out of jail or even house arrest, and the judge would deny it instantly on the spot and said that Melly must return to jail, causing his mother to break down in tears. This would even lead into Melly asking if she was okay. When receiving a mistrial and being denied a bond or even house arrest, it's very obvious that the feds want you. They just need prosecutors to do a better job of proving that you're guilty to a new jury list, as this would get the attention of rappers in the industry. Rap OG Boosie would speak on the stress that Jamie King's been going through due to her son's situation.
Okay, so
then I met his mama while he was in.
Oh, okay.
I met his mom while he was in, and she real, bro.
For an entire year, as his mother would then give an update outside of the courthouse.
Free Melly till he's free. He's coming home, guys. Just patience. So we did have court today. Him and Bort, they both had court. And so basically, the judge put a new trial date in for September 10th of 2025. Please make it make sense. I don't know. I don't know. At this point, they need to just dismiss the case. So, and yeah, he still doesn't have phone calls. Still no visitation. He's still in the new facility all alone by himself, no contact. He's not allowed to have contact with any other inmates. They move him around with several guards. It's like something you never...
Which then leads into the worst news of it all. The trial doesn't begin for another year because YNW Melly and Bortland were just hit with new charges.
The state filing 6 new charges against Demmons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction. YNW Melly, his real name is Jamel Demmons. He's actually in plain clothes in the courtroom for the first time in months, again, as this judge really starts the long process of seating a new juror.
As these new charges were connected to YNW Bortland's massive mistake, Juvie's father would go on to expose how Melly and Bortland were witness tampering, and even what code words they were using to make Melly's ex-girlfriend not testify against him in the original trial.
Both Melly, Jamel Demmons, YNW Melly, and Cortland Henry, who is known as YNW Bortland, are now charged with witness tampering. It sounds like the prosecutors are saying there was this kind of crazy way that Melly was communicating. He wasn't allowed to use the phone, but he was passing notes to people, and then this person's calling this person and then that person.
Saying like to me, they going through extreme measures to try to cover up or convince people not to testify, like Mariah mom. They was using code words like Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's baby mom. And
as it would then be announced that YNW Bortland was arrested for witness tampering, as while he was outside, his house was raided by the feds, and while they were doing an investigation throughout his household, they were able to find insane paperwork stuffed into a suitcase that they are now going to use against Melly and Bortland.
Melly's co-defendant YNW Bortland was booked into a Miami jail Monday night and is being held behind bars on an out-of-county warrant. We just confirmed the warrant is out of Broward County. Network states as follows. On or about April 10, 2023, continuing through and including July 22, 2023, Cortland Henry, aka Bortland, along with others, did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person with the intent to cause or induce them to withhold testimony. The warrant continues the alleged witness had been summoned by the legal process to the jury trial of Jamel Demmons, aka YNW Melly. The dates in the warrant are important. Jury selection for Melly started in mid-April, and a judge declared a mistrial on July 22nd, the same day the warrant claims Bortland allegedly tampered with the witness.
As it would then be announced, here are the images of alleged notes discovered during the home raid of YNW Bortland's home last week, alongside these photos here of YNW Bortland detailing on a piece of paper where certain jurors were sitting, along with a description of what they looked like during the original YNW Melly trial. To understand how serious and illegal this is, here's DJ Academics' reaction.
To keep it real, this is sloppy. Bortland, how the f you gonna have the notebook of the jurors in your house? Like, god damn. Holy sh. You know what I mean? Like, brother, like, come the f on. It's like doing a and having the surveillance tape in your DVD player or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like they raid your crib and the surveillance footage of the is in your DVD player. They be like, oh, okay, thank you, brother. This can't be at your crib.
When you add the new charges against Melly along with the new J-Hood evidence to the existing evidence against Melly, you tell me if he sounds guilty, as there was evidence shared on Melly's cell phone of a text message of him literally admitting to doing the crime.
The PC Gambino account asked him if he was okay, and his response was, I did that, and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02, the YNW Melly count says what?
After that, SHHHH.
As the next piece of evidence in the file is shared by Sergeant Williams, where he would go on to reveal that there is no way this could have been a drive-by when doing an investigation throughout the Jeep that they were driving in.
Number, you said 17 outside the car. How many rounds were inside the car?
3.
And can you exclude the for Mr. Williams and Mr. Thomas is coming from outside of the car?
Yes, that has some movement in it, which is round site L here. The actually moving in that to create the little bit of a that you see there.
With Williams revealing the crime must have happened inside of the vehicle, this is then when YNW Juvie's mother would go to the stand and share who was sitting where inside of the car.
Can you state your name, your full legal name for the jury?
Leon Phillips.
Okay. And are you related to one of the kids in this case?
Yes, I am.
How so?
I'm his mother.
And who is that?
Christopher Thomas.
Positive 2/19/15. Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Mm-hmm.
And is that a yes?
Yes.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat, if you can identify for the jury?
He got in the back seat on the right hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Jamel.
And Jamel, is that the defendant, Jamel Demmons?
Yes, ma'am.
As with the evidence file being shared online, Lucy would go on to react, saying that when the feds want you, they'll do anything to get you, just like keeping Melly behind bars, even though he had a mistrial.
Now they're putting even more charges on him, and then
when they want you, they want you. I knew they wanted him bad when they waited for that law to get passed.
They waited
so
all the
give
way.
it the penalty.
So it'd be 8-4.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You know, they waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial.
Yeah, he was in jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah. They could have been took you to trial.
You're right.
They waited till that law got